Hello everybody and welcome back to Farm Sim 25. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we're just back on the farm. You guys saw the stream this morning. We got our video done for today. We got our I'm gonna need you to chill out. UPS trying to run me over. We got our video done for today. We got some breakfast and now we're back on the farm because I got work to do. Anyway, I believe we're going to need some... Oh, no, never mind. We apparently already filled that up, so we're good. I'm going to check on the house real quick and see if that has fixed itself or not. But, still says cement bags 0 required. Weird. Well, hopefully this will fix itself soon, because I want to see my house. All right. Now, it's currently December. We already sold our canola off. We bought the new field down here. So we're basically chilling until, I think, April, right? I think that's when we said we were going to be, or no, March. March will be our, hold that thought. We said we were going to pivot to soybeans, right? So yeah, April is when we can start planting soybeans in the one field. So we'll wait for that. But I need to sell the truck. I need to then sell the old seeder and try to get into soybeans. So that's going to be our goal for the time being. So this old International, been a good truck, but we ain't actually using it, so no reason to keep it. We'll drive it over to the store and sell it. Get some money back. Hopefully a decent amount. It is nice to have a truck to go fast around the map, but at the end of the day, if we don't need it, it's just wasting money. We can absolutely use that money elsewhere. All right. Let's go ahead and pull this in here. We want to repair, repaint, and sell. $17,000 in the bank. Not too shabby. Next, we need to go ahead and switch over to being able to pull our seeder, because we'll be getting rid of that for now. His goal is going to be to buy the planter that will allow us to plant soybeans going forward. But before we do that, we are going to go ahead and empty this seeder. We'll try to do it in an area that's kind of open so that we can see where all of our stuff is. Appreciate everybody dropping in. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Let's go ahead and unload. There we go. Seeds and fertilizer have officially been unloaded. Take this thing over, get it sold, and hopefully that'll leave us enough money to get a replacement for our seeder. Worst case scenario, we can always get a loan. I'm going to try to avoid getting another loan at this time, but we could if we need to. What up, Monkey? How's it going? Appreciate you dropping in. What up, Adam? When did Farm Sim 25 come out? It came out on the 12th, so it's been out for 6 days now, officially. So not even a full week yet. But it's a lot of fun, man. I'm enjoying it. I've put How many hours have I put into this game? I'll tell you guys when I get over to the thing. I've streamed it all for the most part. I've done a little bit of cleanup outside of stream, but for the most part, everything that's happened on this has happened on live stream. So we're gonna get over here, get this put into the thing. Boop. Alright, so repair, repaint, and sell. Beautiful. That gives us $37,000 in the bank. I'll show you guys how much I've got in terms of time played so far. 30 hours of gameplay already. 30 hours of gameplay. It's been out for a week. Not even a week. What up, Anthony Franklin? Good morning as well. Need to change your username on YouTube. Alright, so how much will it cost us to get a planter? So we got a planter here. Yeah, I mean, we don't have quite enough here. That is unfortunate. This planter here has a 4.5 meter working width. I would rather have one of these if it came down to it. Definitely can't afford any of that, so. This one has the ability to do fertilizer and seeding, so this is the one that I'm looking at, like right out the gate. Like, this seems like it would be the best bet. That's going to be $59,000. Do I have anything else that I can save money real quick or get money real quick? I mean, we could absolutely sell some more of our wood. We do have some wood over there that we can load up. Let me jump in the old fork tractor over here. Hook up to the trailer. Where did I put the trailer? Did I put it over here? Might be over here. I mean, that would make sense. That's where it's supposed to go, so. Alright, let's hook up to the trailer. Bring this down here. Start loading what we can. We're not going to have a whole lot here, but it might be enough to get us close. It's only a couple of months worth of production. Then again, maybe not. Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, seems to not be giving me anything. This little sawmill has been clutch for us so far. Can't wait to see what they do with this game when it comes to modding. Because a lot of the mods that they had in the last game, they ended up making like base game features this time. So that should free up our modders to do even more with this game. Because they won't have to like remake some of the mods from the last one. We'll see though. What up, Molt? How's it going? You got the black. I haven't actually played the USS Black. I know it's got really slow torpedoes. It's a gunboat with a radar. But other than that, I haven't really played it. Sure I will here over the coming couple of days, because I'm going to have to make videos on all the new stuff. What up, Jamin? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Ben, good to see you as well. You got the Alaska, the black, and some Russian ship, all in black versions. Nice. And y'all don't mess around when it comes to getting new stuff, huh? I want all the things and I want it now. It's my money and I need it now. Look out, Daisy. Crazy dog. Let's try to put this over here. There we go. Look out, Daisy. That dog's gonna get run over one of these days. Always playing in the roads or getting right in my way. Start calling her Death Wish. Alright, let's try to get this on this side of the trailer. As nice as we can, anyway. Beautiful. Yeah, I was gonna say all of the new black ships are literally exactly the same as the old versions of the ships. They didn't even bother changing them this time. They're just like, I can't be bothered. Just paint them black and call it a day. They'll buy them. Like, they didn't even change anything about the ships this time. Like, some of the ships in the past, like the Bismarck B, got slight buffs to some areas and nerfs to others to make them unique. They didn't even do that this time. They're just like, reskin it. It'll be fine. Okay. One more pallet should do. Hopefully this will get us enough money to buy the planter that we're after. We don't need it for a couple of more months, so we could just hang out for the time being. Get a couple of more months worth of materials built up. Alright, let's see where are we going to sell stuff at the highest price here. Am I excited for the Christmas update? I don't get excited for updates anymore, man. Until they show us something to get excited about, I really don't get excited. Prices. Prices. Let's go down to the bottom. Like, until they actually give us something to be excited about, like, I don't have anything to look forward to in the game. I just play it. What was I doing? Got wood beams. Wood beams are at their highest selling at the playground, so I think that's where we go again. So we will sell these to the playground again, which means driving all the way across the map. Look out, Daisy! You crazy dog, you're gonna get run over, man! Get out of the road! But hopefully this will get us enough. I think it will be okay. What up, Razor Star? How's it going? I love the game so far, Razor. I would say it's definitely an upgrade. There are definite similarities between the two games, but there's enough differences that you can definitely tell. They've still got some bugs to work out. They've got some little things that drive us crazy. Being locked to 30 frames on console kind of sucks. But there's a lot of optimizations they need to get done. But the overall look of the game is better. The weather in the game is better. Ground deformation. I mean, they've done a lot. There's a lot of new buildable stuff. Like, we're taking this to the playground right now. The playground is requesting rope to go further too, but this will also, like, selling points, like kind of like the platinum expansion in the last one where you got to build up the roller coaster. That's basically what you're doing to multiple different places around the map. Like, there's a museum, there's the playground, there's all sorts of stuff that you can deliver materials to build up over time. It's pretty cool. What up, Margaret? How's it going? Appreciate you dropping in. Or is it Margaret? I apologize. Margaret? BA, how's it going? Welcome back. Ah! I was totally reading chat. That's your fault. Also, the fact that we didn't just roll it is amazing. I mean, that was total skill. Clearly. Clearly skill. Don't drive and read chat. I'm telling you. It's dangerous. Be your friend in World of Warships. I accept every friend request in World of Warships. So if you want to send me a friend request, I accept them all. There's the dredge. Distracted driving is bad, folks. The FS25s are so streamy you end up sleeping through them. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you enjoy. I'm glad you're able to fall asleep and watch and just have a good time. Like, it's nice having a game that I don't just, like, lose my mind playing, you know? That's what this game is for me. It's a nice way to not have to worry about things and just have a good time. There we go. $29,000. Perfect. We got just enough money to get the planter that we wanted. That is absolutely BEA beautiful. But yeah, this is starting to build up. It's pretty cool. I know they need rope, too, for the next section. So they're going to need another... Yeah, they just need rope. I think we've got enough materials here to keep them going for the time being. But they're going to need rope. Oh, that little thing. Really? Not gonna lie, that thing is in like the worst possible spot. Little birdhouse or whatever you want to call it. Oh, it's a thank you box. It's like a tip. It's a tip box. They don't give you a whole lot of room to maneuver. That's for sure. And this tractor's so light I can't even pick up the trailer. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to try to reverse a dolly. I hate reversing dollies. It's so hard to get this thing to do what you want it to do when the front wheel pivots. And then you try to pull it through, and the freaking corner gets stuck on the mailbox, or the tip box, or whatever you want to call this thing. Alright, that should be enough room. There we go. Good lord. Dollies are hard. I might just be the worst driver in Farm Sim. Like, I'm starting to realize that might be a thing. I'm just gonna pull hard and hope for the best. What's the worst that could happen? Now what? Seriously. What am I stuck on? Come on now. Alright, I've got an idea. I'm going to try to use the AI to move this tractor all the way back to our farm real quick. While I run across to, or run to the bathroom real quick. So if I go to active workers, and if I click this, set destination, I want to go over to my farm. Beautiful. Now, I'll be right back, guys. I'll leave it up to you guys to supervise this AI worker. Make sure he gets there in one piece. All right, we are back. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like you guys didn't fail. You guys managed to allow the AI to get here in one piece. Well done. I'll remember that going forward. Make sure you guys get a management position. I've had chat fail me in the past. Yo, Malt, thank you for the $3 Australian. Appreciate you, my dude. Oh yeah, we got the AI working for us, man. Gotta have the AI working. Also, don't forget, if you guys do enjoy, punch that like button for me. Helps the channel out a ton. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is jump in this thing, pick up our brand new planter. Look at this sucker. This is a nice looking planter, man. Alright, so we need seed, which we have right here. We're going to need seed and fertilizer. So let's go ahead and grab, I guess, 2 bags of fertilizer. And then our seeds, I think, are up here. We can grab a thing of seeds. I know we got some back on the farm, but I just figure we fill it up here, and then that way we have that for later. There we go. 400 liters of seeds. Do I need a special tank for the fertilizer on this, or what? I'm going to assume, since I do not see anything else. Oh, I guess the tank is right there. I can see it. The seeds are off here, or on top of the thing. So maybe I just need to, like, try to get over here a little bit closer. Did I buy fertilizer? Yeah, it's solid fertilizer. It can hold solid fertilizer. So why ain't it filling up? Maybe I gotta unfold the seeder? Look at this thing. This thing fancy as heck. Boy, it just is not allowing me to have the fertilizer at all. Let me look in here. Seed tanks. The planter that we just got is this coon. And I'm a-betting that this is meant to go on the front. How much is that? Another $18,000. Alright, well, for now, I guess we're going to have to hold off because I ain't got that money. Alright, let's go ahead and fold this thing up. I do like the way that this one unfolds, though. Kind of cool. But that's the only thought that I can call is that it must be one that I got to go all the way around. Also, welcome, Taurine. Appreciate you dropping in. I've played SnowRunner in the past, yes. I've got a couple of videos on it, too, if you want to check those out. But it gets kind of boring by yourself. I think it's one of those that I'd prefer to have, like, friends with. What up, Northern? How's it going? Now, I'm just trying to stream a little bit more lately. I've been streaming Farm Sim quite a bit. Been streaming World of Warships quite a bit. Just been trying to stream more lately. I streamed once this morning for like 2.5 hours. Then the Legends update came out, so I wanted to get there and do that. Got my video on that relatively quickly, so then I was like, you know what? Let's just jump back on and do some more farming. So here I am. All the farming. Alright, so now we've got a planter. We'll have to get the tank for the fertilizer. But, oh, I just thought of something. This thing doesn't have the ability to have, like, a front attacher. This tractor. How big of... I'm going to have to look this up. How big is this thing? It is 3.2 tons. Might have to try something. Our other little tractor might not be able to use that thing. Also, what was the horsepower requirement? 150 horsepower. That's not too bad. That's not that bad. Alright, let's set the forks down for this, for the time being. Oh god. That's fine. God, I hate when the camera doesn't want to turn. Also, I should have a new controller coming in today, which is going to help with the whole problem situation that we've been having with the right bumper. Thanks to Jess sending me a controller. Okay, so it actually doesn't struggle with it. I mean, it does. It definitely does struggle with it, considering the front wheels aren't even on the ground. But if we get a tank for the front, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, it's definitely too big for this little tractor. But if we put fertilizer tank on the front, I think it'll be okay. I think she'll be okay. All right, well, in that case, I think it's time to go forward. Let's make sure that we've got plenty of wood in the thing. We only got $2,700 though, which is not ideal. But we don't need to spend anything for a little bit, so we should be okay. Yeah, we got plenty of wood in there for the time being. Just keep her rolling. Planters don't usually have a lot of volume for things. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, got a couple of pallets there. We're down to $1,800 in the bank. It is currently January. But again, we don't really have to do anything. Everything should be already done. April will be planting the field at the bottom with soybeans. And this field should be growing. Yep. Got a 90% yield bonus going, so that's good. We don't have any canola or anything in the silos, because we already sold that. We're going to be hurting for money for a little while, that's for sure. Just go ahead and sleep it off. Yeah, there'll be a front attacher that we have to buy. It was $18,000. But I ain't got the money for the time being. I mean, I could get a loan. If we have to. 3,000 liters of wood still in there, so we're okay there. Got snow going on. So it looks like we're going to have quite a bit of snow. Just one last time I want to check on the house, see if it's changed. I don't think it will. Yeah. That's so annoying that gets bugged out. Hopefully they get that fixed in the near future. That's the second time that's happened. I thought leaving the game and coming back would fix it, but it hasn't. Alright, onward. What up, Neezer? How's it going? Okay, it's officially March. Go ahead and feed the dog. We're down to $80 in the bank. We're about to be in the red as soon as we go forward. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We don't have to fertilize while we're planting. It just means that we've got to fertilize twice after planting. I like to do both steps at the same time. What up, Tim? Finally caught a live stream. Appreciate you dropping in. Well, I'm glad you enjoy, my dude. It's always good to hear from folks who are enjoying. But, all right, we are going to go down and plant that field. I am going to go ahead and take out a loan out, though. I think we need to get that front tank. We're going to have to make sure that we earn the money. That's for sure. All right, so we know it's $18,000. So, whoops, that's the wrong one. I think we go, just get 100K out real quick. There we go. It gets us up to $100,000 in the bank. We'll run over town, grab the tank that we're going to buy real quick. Should be this one. Almost drove into my field. I guess one way to find out would be to take this whole setup into town. See if it's going to work. It should work. Like, we know that this is way too heavy for this little tractor because it's taken a lot of weight off the front tires. Could just lower it. Yeah, this is not an ideal scenario. Alright, well, let's go into town, grab that, come back. Oh my god, our trees! Our trees are growing, chat! Look! Our little forest. It looks so good. Look how nice and neat the rows are. I forgot we had the trees going. Oh, soon enough, my trees. Soon enough. These are going to be massive, dude. This isn't even close to being full grown yet. But we're getting closer. But that coon front tank should be able to hold seed and fertilizer potentially. Or at least one or the other. And then that weight should be able to hopefully offset the fact that we have the big weight on the back of the thing. Once we have weight over the nose with the fertilizer and stuff, I think it'll offset it, but I guess we'll find out. Lease it? Ah, it's fine. I don't like to lease things. I like to own it. I know leasing is a thing, but I'd much rather own it. I think leasing is a bit cheesy in this game. I don't even like taking loans out. Alright, let's see what this thing can do. Looks like the other side I gotta hook up to. No, that is not what I wanted. Is that only for seeds? It says seed tank, but it can hold seeds or fertilizer. And I just managed to grab the goddamn seeds. Alright, let's unload it over here. Try this again, shall we? Now we got fertilizer. Oh boy. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that this thing is heavy enough to offset the other. Ah! Because right now it's so heavy that it's like a problem. Also, I guess I have room to put some more in here. Let's fill it the rest of the way up. You're always going to end up using more fertilizer than you use seeds, so this will allow us to fertilize and plant at the same time. I love that these actually have steering tires on the front, so that a lighter tractor like this can run around with it on the front, with it lowered to the ground. Yeah, we just hit 55,000 subscribers last night, I think. So, pretty huge. What up, Jeremy? How's it going? Didn't I only buy half the blocks? No, we ended up finishing that yesterday, or in the previous. When we initially started it, yes, we only bought half the blocks, but when we got paid in the last episode, we ended up buying the rest that we needed. Alright. Let's hook up to this thing and see if we can actually pull it. I'm hoping we can. I think we can. It'll definitely save us a little bit of frustration. Now, the one thing I didn't think about is the fact that we didn't cultivate that field or anything, so we're going to have to do that before planting, because I don't think this is a direct planter. I don't think it's a direct drill. Oh, Lord have mercy. I mean, it does help. The extra weight on the front does actually help. If we pick that up, that should help keep us a little bit more front heavy here. But our fields of canola is looking good. But we're going down to this field we bought last night, or in the last stream. It's a field full of withered sunflowers. And I completely forgot to do what I'm supposed to do with it. So we'll go ahead and shut her down here. Jump in the yellow tractor. Get the cultivator out. And knock down all those freaking withered sunflowers. I don't know if that needs limed either. We probably ought to look into that. But the fact that our trees are growing is good news for us, because that's going to be a huge amount of money sitting right there. I can't wait. That is going to be a boatload of money. Yeah, it was 4 pallets of cement blocks is all we needed to finish. All right, so now we're going to have this and set it. Let the AI start doing that. going to reverse all the way to the end? I always forget. You got to kind of treat these AI workers like they're a kid. There we go. Now it should go. Treat them like they don't know what they're doing. Because they don't. But we're going to plant some soybeans in this field. And we'll be starting to plant soybeans in all of our fields that we own. Once we harvest the canola off of it this year, those will end up waiting until next April to be planted. We're going to be starting to do some soybeans. Get some of that money. One of these days I'll own these big fields around us too. We'll own that one and the one that we drove past to get down here in the first place. But yeah, you're not wrong about leasing. Leasing is definitely cheaper and makes more sense a lot of the time, but again, I like the progression aspect. I like being able to see where we start and then work our way up through small or like bigger and bigger equipment until we get to the top of the line stuff. You see our farms start out as, you know, just a little hill with a bunch of forest trees around, and then we cleared the entire side of the hill and managed to get to where we're at. And this isn't a particularly large field. It's only about 3.5 acres. But combined total, we've got somewhere around 10 to 12 acres of farmable land at the moment. I think we own like 22 acres total. But all of our equipment's pretty small, so it takes a little while to get everything done. When am I gonna rage on ships? I ain't doing it anytime soon there, Dr. Van Gelder. I'll be streaming Wednesday for sure. What up, Mr. Capri? Good to see you. Appreciate you dropping in. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Hope you guys are having a good day. Oh, we got the snow in, the late snow coming in. The snow that sticks around until freaking July. You're a full one stream behind? Well, the stream from this morning was only about 2.5 hours. I was just passing time until the World Warships Legends update finished. And then after I got my video and stuff out for that, then I decided to come over and do some more farming. Yeah, once this gets cultivated, then we can plant our soybeans. Yeah, we're supposed to potentially get a little bit of snow flurries tonight here in Ohio, but I think this weekend is supposed to potentially have some snow, like Thursday and Friday, like later this week. One thing I did want to look at is, does this need limed? Does not. Good. Does not need limed. Good. Well, congrats, MK. I hope you enjoy. I enjoy the game. Like I said, for me, this game is such a chill game. It's so nice to just kind of hang out, relax, run some heavy equipment for a little while. It's very satisfying to watch everything, like, being turned over and stuff. At some point, we're going to have to get us a better cultivator. This cultivator's a little bit small for what we need. Let's see what they got. I haven't looked in here for a minute. Oh, they got a truck for sale. I don't need it, but they have it. Header trailer and a combine. I don't need that either. That's a big combine, too. Yeah, let's look at cultivators. Because I'm pretty certain that our planter... I didn't even look. Like, our planter might... I don't think it does, though. Yeah, it doesn't say. Doesn't say that it doesn't need cultivated, so that means it probably does. I think this is the one that we currently have. It's like a 4-meter working width. Yeah, I think that's it. So we want something a little bit bigger than that, preferably. This is a 5.6 meter working width. But then they need 200 horsepower. I forget how big our tractor is. I know we've got a Challenger series medium tractor. That's our most horsepower. I guess if we upgrade it, it'll go to 225. But it's got a lot of hours on it. I don't know if it's worth upgrading to 225 horsepower. But that is something we're going to have to look at. What about disc harrows? I mean, they do the same thing, essentially. Those discs are shallow cultivation. So you could get away with like something like this is 8-meter working width for 180 horsepower. I think that's our next potential. Look at this thing. So this is a diamond disc. Like this is pretty sick. But 8 meters working width for 180 horsepower. That's hard to beat. Wait, it can be a seeder? What? Are you kidding me? How the heck can this be a seeder? I guess it can do like grass. It can do the oilseed radishes maybe. Weird. But for 43 grand, it can be a little bit wider working width for us. We basically double our working width. So maybe maybe after we get some money for the next year, maybe we'll switch over to that thing. You get more weeds with shallow cultivators. Yeah, but I mean, we spray with weeds, or we spray our weeds anyway, so it shouldn't matter. Like, we always have to spray for weeds anyway. What up, Andrina? How's it going? Appreciate you dropping in. It does the thing where it skips a row. What did our tractor start at? I forget. Was it 175 and goes to 225? 160. So it's got 160 horsepower currently. I mean, it could probably get away with pulling that shallow cultivator, that disc harrow, without an upgrade. I guess we'll find out eventually. What up, Pero? How's it going? Couldn't get it to cultivate without the seeder being on. Yeah, I think it's... I don't know. It's definitely different. But I think if you put the seeder on, in order to get the implement to work, you'd have to turn it on. I don't know. It's definitely different. I've never seen a disc harrow like that before. It broadcasts seeds as opposed to planting. So in other words, it just drops seeds as you cultivate. I mean, they're definitely a lot better than they were in the previous version, but yeah. Still pretty inefficient when it comes to their patterns. At least they're able to do an entire field now. Most of the time. It ain't so bad once you get up into, like, the higher working width and stuff. But early on, we've got such a small working width on everything that even small fields take forever. big loop-de-loop. Now it'll do the inside row. Yeah, that's what I said. It only does like grass and radish. Like oilseed radish. But I wouldn't even bother putting the seeder on it. I just leave it as a regular old cultivator. Almost done though. We get this little edge done, and then it should be 2 more passes around the field, roughly. Makes quick work of the fields. Alright, 2 more laps around the field. We'll just sit here and watch him and make fun of him as he does circles. Look how nice and peaceful it is in here. The only thing I don't like about this tractor is the viewing. Like this slanted pillar here in particular gets in your way. Like in real life you'd be able to look around it, but in this you can't. So like anytime you're trying to like pull up to an intersection and look left, you can't see anything. You can't see past that pillar. Same thing on the right. Other thing that we can do is go into construction mode and watch from above. Okay, he's got the end. So now he should be turning to go long ways. Overall, I think it'll be a decent little chunk of field for us to add to our overall field. Because right now we have this field, this big field, and this smaller field here. These two fields are basically identical. Pretty close anyway. And then we've got the one big field. But we'll get this canola harvest off on these, and then these fields will have to sit until April of next year. Hey, at least the snow went away again. Now the real question is, once we get those lodgepole pines fully grown, do I lease a feller buncher and just knock the entire lot out immediately? That's the real question. It'd be nice if we had two different lots for the trees so that we could do sort of a tree rotation where we clear the one lot of all of the trees and then we have another lot already growing so that they basically offset one another. That'd be nice. As of right now, we essentially have a forest every couple of years that we can clean up and make a absolute bank off of. Like, I can't wait to see how much money that is. Like, that's going to be a lot of money sitting right there. All of those are lodgepole pines. We got 40 trees there. All right, buckaroo, finish the field. Lord have mercy. You get paid by the field, not the hour. That's my motto going forward. I'll pay you for getting the field done. I ain't paying you by the hour. Clearly, y'all are milking the clock. Are there any contracts? Yeah, you can do contracts. I don't do them, but yes, they exist. You can do contracts over here. They've got them set or sorted too. So you got dead wood, hoeing, rock removal, stone picking, tedding grass, weeding, wood transport. Wait, what? Transport the trees to the specific selling station. That's actually not bad. Let's do that. I don't normally do a contract, but this sounds like a lot of fun. We're going to borrow the items and do this. Once we finish this and we get the AI starting to work on the planting of the soybeans, because I love running the equipment. I have no problem transporting stuff. That's a nice contract, too. That's like 16 grand. I think we can go ahead and turn this on. Pull up to this end of the field. We've already set it for soybeans. Don't drive into the river, dum-dum. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. And go. I can't see anything. Alright, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. AI should have no trouble planting this field now. And while he plants, we can move on to the next part of doing our first ever contract. I don't normally do contracts. I find them a little cheesy. But it does allow you, one thing that the contracts do allow you to do is play around with like bigger equipment and stuff earlier in the game. So we ended up buying, or selling our truck, selling our seeder to buy a brand new planter. And we are switching over from canola, which you can see in the fields right now. Once this canola harvest is harvested, everything's going to soybeans. So that was the big decision that we made. And we had to take out a loan to buy the planter. Well, we had to take out a loan to buy the extension, the seed trough, or fertilizer trough for the planter. But yeah, this thing should be easy enough to get done. And it looks like he'll get it done, no problem. It is a bit slow, but seems to be working, so I ain't gonna mess with him. Alright, let's do that contract. So it looks like we can borrow the items. So if we borrow the items, active. Okay. So how do we go to this? Oh, here we go. Look at this thing, man. This is fancy. Look at this Volvo, man. Look at this interior. Good Lord. I need this in my life. Whew. She a beast. Alright, where are we headed? I know we're supposed to be doing a contract. Farmland 20. Alright, we're going all the way up to the back corner of the map. Alright, fair enough. Let's go do it. Boy, this thing is fancy as heck. This is logging in style. Look at this thing. This thing looks sick. Yeah, the contracts can be a great source of money. I just usually avoid them because I find they can be a bit cheesy. But I thought this one would be fun because it gives us a chance to play around with some logging equipment we haven't seen before. This is brand new to Farm Sim. I mean, they've had trucks kind of like this in the past, but nothing like this. This is fancy. This looks really cool. One of these days, I'll be able to buy one of these. This thing looks sick, man. Alright, we're going off to the right here. Be going all the way to the top left corner of the map. Oh, it's still got a terrible, terrible horn. It's one thing they need to work on, man. The horns in this game are terrible, for the most part. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of logs over here ready to be picked up. right. It doesn't look too bad. What, one trip with both of these getting filled up? I don't know if I can turn around. I just crashed it and then jackknifed it. Yep. Doing great. All right. So, oops. All right. Unfold the truck. Look at this fancy wheel and the seat and everything. Man, this is fancy. Have I said this is fancy yet? That tree behind me is kind of annoying. A lot of people don't like these claw machines, man. I actually love them. It's one of my favorite things to do in this game. Didn't get a very good grip on that one, but hopefully it's okay. Just take it easy. A little bit higher. This is why I like the logging side of things. This is fun to me. Like, I love this kind of work. Like running heavy equipment and stuff like this. There we go. Just gotta jiggle a little bit, you'll get your forks underneath it, and then it's pretty easy. This is one area that the console players have over top of the PC guys. You ever see somebody on PC doing this stuff, they hate it. They hate everything about this. This is like the evilest thing that they've ever done in their entire existence. And then on console, we've got joysticks and stuff, and it's just second nature to us. We don't have to worry about it. Trying to do this on keyboard and mouse apparently is literally insane. But I enjoy this stuff. Also, the claws seem to be a lot better than they used to be at holding on to logs. That used to be a problem. If there's one thing in Farming Sim that I can say that I'm pretty good at, it's running these claws. I'm pretty good at this. And I say that and then I don't adjust it. But watch what I do here. Go ahead and close the claw. Drop it down. Watch this. Boop. I've done this once or twice, folks. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now we'll put the rest of these on the front. Right, Tim? You know. What up, Pink? How's it going? Appreciate you dropping in. Wonder if I can get 3. I bet if I try real hard, I can get 3. That's about all this truck can handle. Oh God. Mistakes. Mistakes were made. Beautiful. So we can get 3 at a time if we're careful. Just got to get them nice and even. That was not exactly what I would call even. Hopefully we can get it on there. Twist that just a little bit. Boop. Oh god. Well, that sucks. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect, just got to be close. Alright, let's try to grab the 3 that are furthest away here. This one's going to be the one that tests this truck's capacity. If we keep it close to the ground, bring it a little bit closer, and we raise it up. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, one more load of logs. That's all we need. I want to try to straighten them up and grab all 3 of them again. If I can do this. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Like I said, if there's one thing I can say that I'm decent at in this game, it's running a goddamn claw. Whether or not that's something to hang your hat on, I don't know. But it's the one thing that I can do pretty well. As I screw it up completely. Stop bragging, Spartan. You're on the clock. Problem is, I've run out of, I need to pull it towards me and I've run out of ability to do so. Oh god. It's just getting worse. Alright, let's try be a little bit more selective here. What is going on? It really does not want to scoot at all. Alright, let's try to grab this end. This is the problem when you run out of freaking traverse. That's why I was hoping that I could kind of finagle it by coming further out. I guess we are trying to stack higher than this truck can handle. But, we'll get there. Just takes a little bit of work. Just like that. Just like that! Alright. Let's go ahead and fashion the tension belts. Fasten the tension belts. And, how do we fold the truck? Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright. Look at us go, guys. We did our first contract. Or we're in the middle of it. Best legendary ship in the game? It's completely subjective. Depends on your play style. There's a lot of good ones. Where are we transporting it to? Transport the trees to the specified selling location, which is... Where is the specified selling location? Oh, okay, I see it. All the way down there on the map. So we're headed all the way over here. Tag place. Alright, let's go. Got a big old load of logs. This thing is smooth too, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like this truck a lot. I like this truck a lot, man. Look out. Kind of a lot of weight here to have to stop there, sunshine. We got our blinker on. All right. let's plan out our route. So we're going over here on this side. So if we go further down the road and then make our left and then follow the road around, that'll get us there. Okay, so we actually don't want our left turn signal on at all. This guy just staring at us. He's like, man, that's a nice truck. You're right, it is. How much you pay for one of those things? More than you can afford, pal. Actually, I didn't pay anything for it. Well, not yet. I will once I turn this in. Now we turn left. Alright, look right, look left, we good. Turn the turn signal off. Follow this road all the way around. Dude, I'm telling you what, like I said, I may not have much claim to fame in this game, right? Like, I'm new to the game, but if there's one thing that I'm actually good at, it's running these claws. Like, I'm pretty good at that. Like, I get pretty smooth after a while, too. Like, I haven't done that in a long time, and I still was able to run it pretty easily. It just comes naturally, I guess. Alright, now, I said we follow this road all the way around. Right? Alright, so we're going to be turning to the right up here. Not here, but the next one. Just double check. Yeah, it's showing that this is the place, so. Wait, do I actually have to unload them by hand? Like, it won't just yoink them out of the trailer? Or do I have to go in and press that button? I might have to press that button. Hold that thought. Sometimes when you go to sell wood, they make you click a button. I bet that's what this is. Aha! There we go. Alright, let's loop back around. We'll hit her again. Oh god, school bus. Excuse me, school bus. Oh no 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 no! I'm a dum-dum. Ever tell you guys that? It's alright. We can fix this. Probably. Like a glove. Word to the wise, don't just try to flip a Yui in a loaded semi. Doesn't end well. I know. Shocker. But it was a good save, though, right? Like, I just wanted to show off my abilities even further. Alright, so that should be the contract completed? Question mark? Collect. $15,900 in the bank. Let's go. Woo! Making all the money. Hey, it ain't my truck. If it goes back to the factory with a little scratch on it, they ain't gonna ask questions. Nothing, Rogue. Everything's perfectly fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, is this... And the best part is we did all that while the field was being worked. So, we're completely good here. Let's take this thing back up to the top. We only used about half of that on a 3.5 acre field. When it comes to the seeds, fertilizer's gold. We don't have to worry about the fertilizer too much. Take this sucker back up here. Obviously, this tractor needs a little bit of help. This poor little tractor should not be pulling all this, let alone using it to work the field. She struggled. But she got the job done, and that's what matters. That's what matters, folks. It's not whether you struggle, it's whether you finish. Spartan Elite 2024. Alright. Let's go ahead and detach that. Oh, God. Nope, nope, nope. Beautiful. All right. Let's go up here and check on this house again. See if it's been moved forward at all. Sure hasn't. Sure hasn't. All right, well, let's see how much wood we got. I might have to put some wood in the old sawmill over here. We do have this giant log here that we can throw in there. Yes, we are out of wood. Okay. Let's pull that log over, shall we? What do you mean you saw a flipped over semi? I didn't see a flipped over semi. I think you're seeing things, Rogue. I think you're seeing things. I would never do such a thing. You know what I saw? I saw me save a flipped over semi. That's what I saw. I didn't do it. I just saved it. Don't you forget it. Beautiful. How much wood did that give us? 5,200 liters. I mean, that'll get us through the moment, but I think we need to get ready to go ahead and cut this tree down, too. Might as well. Let's get over here and cut this thing down. .1 meter shagbark hickory tree. Didn't I cause said flipping? No, 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 no. That's just hearsay. It's just hearsay. People always out here to ruin a reputation, man. I would never do such a thing. Can you edit how often you need to refuel your tanks and fix the tractors? Yeah, you can turn off. You can turn down the like fuel settings and stuff in the game. $7.4 tons. A little bit extra on that one. It's all right though. We'll swing this sucker around. So if you go into your settings over here, the game settings, you should be able to go down and change like this right here. So you got trailer fill limit. You can turn that off if you want. You got stop and go braking. You got fuel usage down here. Seeds and stuff, they're going to take what they're going to take, right? But fuel usage, I've got it set to normal. You can turn it up to higher or lower. So that's how you do that. You'd like to enter the evidence? I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. What you saw was a very skilled operator come over and save a flipped over semi. That's what you saw. I had nothing to do with it tipping over in the first place. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, let's put this down here for the time being. We'll save the rest of that tree for another month. That's my story. Whoa, that's my story. Well, I ain't got a witness, and I can't prove it, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Pew, 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 pew. All right. These are going to be so good. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. You see, what happened was... All right. April is in the books, fellas. Another day has come and gone. We've got soybeans in this field down here. We've got canola in these two fields. I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. Amazing. All right. Let's go ahead and go to sleep. These are the trees that we planted, what, a year ago? I think they're a year old at this point. What up, Daniel? Appreciate you dropping in. All right, so it is officially May. I don't think there's anything we need to do in May either. Let's double check how much wood we got. We got 6,800 liters of wood. We got plenty of storage, so I ain't worried about that. Let's feed Daisy. There you go, Daisy. We do need to we need to do our second fertilizer. We also need to use our sprayer. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We'll get this tractor down there. I'll grab the fertilizer spreader. That'll hit it with the second coat of fertilizer. Looks like we're going to need more fertilizer. Wait, I got some up here, don't I? We'll use this while we can. Okay, that gives me a little bit of fertilizer. Is that going to be enough to get through that field? Guess we'll find out. I guess we will find out. Yo, Grim, good morning, my dude. Thank you for the $25, $5 super chat, and the $20 bomb. Thank you so much. Also, for reminding me that I missed out on plugging in my freaking speaker, so I apologize. Alright, so we're going to go right in here. Boop. Boop. Grab this. Grab the sprayer. I'm doing good, man. Hope you're doing well, Grim. Appreciate you dropping in. See if we can't get the AI to get this field done here. Oh, it's already 100% fertilized. Maybe that's why it won't go. Apparently he had already fertilized it before we started planting. If we get rid of that. Also, we forgot to roll the field. So we got to do that. So, it doesn't need fertilized, but it will need rolled. It may have gotten a layer of fertilization from us tilling in the sunflowers that were on top of it, because it was a withered crop. So that might have been a thing. Fine with me. I'll break out the roller. Drop that there. Go grab our roller. Should be over here somewheres. Somebody parked that trailer right in the way, didn't they? Perfect. Three Brandenburgs versus 3 Atlanticos, and you couldn't win? I can't believe I forgot to roll the seedbed after we planted last month. Such a dum-dum. It's not going to allow us to do it because it's already started, isn't it? I'm going to try to roll it here. The AI won't do it. But technically the ground shouldn't, like the... Alright, how's that work? Is it working? Still says that it needs rolled. So if we just go along the edge like this, you telling me it ain't rolling it? It's knocking out the weeds. Yeah. Alright, well that ain't gonna work. I done goobered. I was supposed to roll it after I planted and I forgot. Let me guess, he's out of herbicide now. Man. At least it's a small field, it's not the end of the world, I goofed. Oh yeah, there's a Reddit post talking about me, Spurge. Well, that explains why I got a message this morning. Can you do me a favor and I'm assuming it's in the WoW's Legends, the WoW's Legends thing, right? I'll have to try to look it up. Let's go get some more herbicide. Yeah, I got a message from Sahales this morning. So, yeah, not ideal. But I look forward to seeing who's the one sending the message or sending the post. Alright, let's fill this thing up. Oh, we're gonna need some more. There's a tractor. There's a tractor for sale. 264 to 310 horsepower. And it's capable of having a front... it doesn't have a front loader, though. It's a thought. Anyway, what was I doing? I need liquid herbicide. The worst part is the people that complain that I'm too rude or whatever. I don't even know what's going on at the moment because I haven't had a chance to look, but the people that complain that I'm being rude or whatever, they have to be in my stream, which means that they're most likely stream sniping. Right? Because I'm not in game chat. I'm talking to my stream peoples. You know? But yeah, I look forward to seeing what they said. Oh my god. This tractor's too small! Lord have mercy. I need a better front loader tractor. This is getting out of hand. This poor little tractor can't do nothing. Always doing wheelies. Oh my god, dude. Why is this tractor so freaking light, man? Good lord. Screw it, I'm just driving through this man's field. And that's the other thing, like... I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. But I'm not in game chat. I'm not naming and shaming. And now they're saying stuff like I can't even like look at a ship anymore. It's like, okay, as soon as I die, I just leave the game and go on. Because watching the game, I'm not allowed. I'm like subject to potentially getting in trouble. Like, God forbid. Like, I've done everything in my power to keep from, like, breaking the rules, and it just seems like they're constantly trying to find a way to get me out of this CC program again. And I'm not blaming Wargaming, I'm blaming the people that report stuff. Because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. I think it's it. I think there might be a couple of little spots here in the middle. Well, that's the thing. Like, if I get kicked from the fucking CC program again, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Because I've done nothing wrong this time. Yeah, I get upset, but I'm not getting into game chat. I'm not fucking, like, calling people out by name. I'm not doing anything wrong. So if I get removed from the fucking CC program for this, I'm gonna lose it. And I've already been contemplating being done with fucking Legends for the last couple of months. And, that would probably be the nail in the coffin. Just go back to fucking work. Fuck all this bullshit. Ain't worth the stress anymore. Ain't worth the stress anymore, man. See how everybody likes it when they lose out on having 500,000 views a fucking month. Because ain't nobody else getting that. Ain't nobody even getting close to that. Alright, so now we've got our soybeans planted and taken care of in the bottom field. Our canola fields are good to go, so we don't have to worry about them. So now we just go forward. What up, Stark? How's it going? Am I going to play World of Warships tonight? No, I already played today and got a video posted at noon, so that's my World of Warships for the day. I'll be doing a live stream on Wednesday for sure. What up, Harley? Is the Pommern worth it? Personally, I don't think so. Not for the amount that they're asking for it. I just released a video on a regular Pommern not too long ago. It's a couple of days ago, actually. So if you want to check that out, see what you're kind of getting into. There's no difference as far as I'm aware, other than it just being black. There's no difference from the old Pommern to the new Pommern. It's an okay ship, but it's nothing special. And to spend the amount of money and stuff that people are trying to spend on the crafting station is absurd. So I wouldn't recommend doing that, for sure. It's essentially a 12-gun, 15-inch gun British or German battleship with torpedoes. Still doesn't say anything here. Also, can I turn that freaking marker off? Alright. No more markers. Alright, so I think we just go forward. How much did we have left in this? 39.44. We're okay for another month. Okay, and July, I think, is when we harvest our canola. Yeah. We'll wait one more month. Hope you get the Alaska bee skin. I mean, I haven't even looked, to be honest. Leaning towards not being free to play. I mean, it's free to play. You can play it. You don't have to spend $1 on it. It's always been free to play. Alright, we should be good to harvest now. So let's break out our harvester. Harvest their canola. Let that get going. Grab the old grain trailer. Crap. The tongue of the grain trailer's over here. Alright. Now, this gives me a chance to check out the Reddit. While we're waiting. Submitted by a Airsoft Bush Wookie. The guy that's been stream sniping me for years on end. So yeah, the guy that's posting is literally one of the people that have been stream sniping me for years. I don't call him by name. I just say, "Oh, look who it is. I've seen this guy." Right? Shocker, he's here. But apparently his friend was in a stream recently, and I supposedly sent people after his friend. Like, come on now. Give me a break. If this I'm telling you, if this gets any further to the point where I'm actually getting in trouble for this even further than I already like got talked to, I'm actually going to lose it. I've had enough of these people, man. For reals. Just a bunch of little babies that can't do anything for themselves, so they go out and they try to get other people in trouble that are actually succeeding. What up, Mr. American Made? Good to see you. I hate that stuff, man. Like, get a life, man. He said I removed the stream. Yeah. That's just him saying that I have no, like, I don't know. He's just saying he has no evidence. Like, I've streamed quite a bit this month. Exactly. Like, anybody that says that they don't get upset at a video game when it's a multiplayer game and you see the people around you just throwing all the time, like, either you're way more tame than the rest of us, or you're just simply not doing very well in the game, right? But I do my best to follow all the rules. I don't go out, I don't name and shame, I don't get into the comms and say negative things. I try to keep myself within reason, right? And now it's getting to the point where if I even look in the direction of a ship and talk about anything, now they're going to come after me for that. Like, what do they want from me? Do I just need to stop streaming altogether? Like, that's where I get all my money for this channel. If I stop streaming, I might as well just stop the channel. Because I don't make enough off of just posting daily content for World of Warships Legends to live off of. Like, you guys in the live streams are what make me able to do this. What up, Gregory? Appreciate you dropping in. Got the Awami bee and the black bee. Nice. Congrats. But yeah, that's the guy that made that post is literally a guy that has streamed sniped me for years. It is whatever. Like I said, at the end of the day, if they kick me from the CC program, it wouldn't be the first time. I've done my part to try to avoid it. I can't like make up their minds for them. It's absurd. I've done everything that I can to try to like not break the rules, to try to keep everything under control. Yeah, I get emotional and stuff, but that's what people pay to see. It's what people pay to see. And the numbers speak for themselves. I just find it stupid that these little turd blossoms get away with going in and running to tell the Spartan making fun of me. Help! Like, of course it would be that name too. That's the best part. Like, as soon as I saw the Reddit user's name, I know exactly who the person is. I know exactly who he is. But it's a friend of his, right? And his friend was only going into chat to say GG. Uh-huh. I don't have a word. I don't have anything good to say about anybody anymore, man. They're all a bunch of freaking whiny babies. They need to stay the hell off the internet, clearly. It's not for them. You could watch me or watch the Legends live stream. Yeah, that's the funny thing is the Legends live stream. Like, even with all of the developers and the potential for news and stuff, like, they don't even get watched. Like, what do they get? Like, a couple of hundred viewers on the actual, like, Legends live stream with all of this. They have giveaways. They have all this stuff to encourage people to come visit. But they're just not entertaining. None of them. It's hard to watch. Same goes for a lot of the people that make Legends content, man. It's like everybody complains that they don't get any viewership. They blame me because I'm the one that gets all the views. Well, there's a reason for that. I'm entertaining. Be more entertaining. People look at every excuse in the book for why they can't do what they want to do. Sometimes they just need to look in the mirror. That's what's wrong with the world today, man. So many people are so worried about what's holding them back. Ain't nothing holding you back. It's you. You are holding you back. You can do whatever the fuck you want in this world. You are holding you back. Just here for the food and drinks. Yeah. Oh, it's worse than virtually stalking. He's literally harassing me. Like, he'll load into the game and go out of his way just to try to come at me. The whole game. No matter where he spawns on the map, he'll throw the game for his team just to come after me. Guy always has. Always. He's one of the reasons I came up with that freaking stream sniper thing where I just turn the fucking stream off. Try to get into a match at different tiers to try to avoid it because it's just every game. Every game. I would love to see somebody try to like deal with the amount of stream sniping I get on a game-to-game basis and keep their sanity. I'm glad you enjoyed, Stark. I try to be helpful. I really do. I try to put out content that's both entertaining and informative. I'm not the best player. I've never claimed to be the best player. And that's the other thing, all those little posts and stuff that everybody likes. Oh, Spartan thinks he's the greatest. It's like, I've never once said that. I've only ever said I am above average at best. That's it. But I can help out people by learning the basics of the game. Right? Learning things like overmatching, paying attention at the start of the match to see where you're at. Basic spawn stuff. Like when you spawn in, knowing that, hey, there's a division across from you in the middle of the map. Like, generally speaking, the division spawns mid. Right? A lot of people don't know that. Be surprised the amount of stuff that people don't know about the game. Basic stuff that you should understand by the time you get to high tier, but most people don't. Grim, thank you for the $5.
The one thing my brother always told me that stuck with me was ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah, nothing to it but to do it, man. We all have struggles in life. You just gotta buckle in and get over it. If you're looking for excuses to why something can't get done, you're never gonna dig yourself out. Instead of wasting time and energy looking for excuses, put that time and energy into like getting better at anything. And that goes for anything in life. Like, that's not just World of Warships, that's just in general. So last year's harvest, we ended up with 33,000 liters, I think. Or 31,000. It was 31,000 liters of canola off these two fields. I'm going to be interested to see how much we get out of this one. He should be able to finish the rest of that. Yeah, you already know his name without even, like, just by seeing his Reddit name, you already know the guy from World of Warships. And I don't have to say his name. Like, I legitimately never have to say his name. Anybody who's ever watched my live streams has seen that guy multiple times trying to get into the game and go out of his way to kill me. Because that's all he does. It's his only goal in life, is to make me miserable while I'm trying to entertain people. What up, Gypsy? How's it going? Yeah. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't ya? Alright, we should be able to shut this down for the time being. He'll finish up with the harvesting. And while he finishes the harvesting, then we can go back to doing what we gotta do. But again, Like one of the things that was mentioned also was like people going and messaging people that they see on my live streams and stuff. And I've always discouraged that. I've always said, ain't nobody should be sending anybody any messages. Ever. Especially on my behalf. I am a big person. I can handle myself. I don't need people going out there trying to be a champion, alright? Like, I've always said that. Like, I can't stop people from being weird, okay? I just try to tell people, don't do stupid things like that. Because it reflects poorly on me, right? Because it's always going to come back to me being the problem. Because people are looking for a reason to get rid of me. They always are. Like, they are trying so hard. There are so many people out there that are dedicated to trying to watch me fail. That is their whole purpose. They want to see me fail. And they will latch on to anything they can to try to make that a reality. The amount of times that I've embarrassed people that try to make me fail on live streams just by beating them in World of Warships is hilarious. And now they get to a point where they're like trying to get me out of the CC program again, solely for just existing. Like I'm doing everything in my power to avoid getting into trouble. Like I truly am. But there's only so much I can do. At the end of the day, people are going to say what they want to say. All right. Harvest is done. Alright, while that's doing that, we can take and put this in the silo. Otherwise, we'll have a full trailer by the time he gets done with that field. But now these fields will have to sit dormant until next April. So we won't be doing anything to them for quite a while. No good decision was ever made from a swivel chair. Yeah. Well. You know how it goes. If you got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, that's great if you're not trying to take care of and entertain an entire team or an entire, like, stream of people. Like, I got 300 people watching my live streams, right? 300 people watching at any given time, usually when I'm streaming Legends. Like, if I got nothing nice to say and don't say anything at all, then I'm going to spend the entire stream sitting there doing, like, no talking. And nobody's going to want to watch. So I understand the sentiment, and I don't know if you're even, like, directing that towards me in particular. But it is funny to me, like, the amount of people that will sit there and try to, like, say, oh, Spartan's just a meanie head. It's like, no, Spartan's entertaining people. That's my thing. I have never once had any maliciousness behind anything that I've ever said on live stream. Why do you think it's called the salt ration, for God's sakes? The #1 quote is called, take everything I say on stream with a grain of salt. That's why it's called the salt ration. It's why it's always been called the salt ration. But yet, people are just big babies, man. They are. Do I get things out of being a CC? Yeah, we get ships sent to us early so that we can make videos for you guys, so that you can make an informed decision on what you want to see. They also give us some CC camos which most of us just melt down for paint so that we can make other permanent camos. Um, they give us, I guess now they give us 2,500 gold a month, so you can basically get the Admiralty backing. And then occasionally some of the ships that they loan us aren't for 2 weeks, they end up giving it to us. Not every ship is on loan, some of them we get to keep. But most of them are on loan for 2 weeks. But yeah. It's crazy to me, man, the amount of people. Like, for me, the biggest thing about being in the CC program is it saves me a lot of money. I do this for a living, right? Like, I need to be able to operate in a profit. And so being in the CC program for me is more about being able to get all of the ships and stuff reviews that I want to do without having to spend a ton of money to do it. Whereas when I'm not in the CC program, I have to spend all of my money to try to get ships and stuff, to get views. And it's too expensive. I can't do it. So I have to be very selective about what ships I decide to review and stuff. Now, I know that, Capri. I know. You gotta admit, it is very satisfying, this game. I think the thing that gets me the most about this game is seeing all these machines and knowing that somebody came up with this in their head. Like, how do you come up with this? Like, this is not that old, but it's older. But how do you come up with this as a person? Like, how do you just sit up, wake up one day and go, you know what? Let's make this gigantic machine that does all of this work. Just think about everything that's on this machine. Like, just in the front alone, you've got the little rake going into the cutters and the augers. The augers push everything to the middle so that then it gets swept up into the machine, where it then gets separated, the canola seeds from the actual plant, and then the plant gets chopped up and spit out the back. It's crazy to think how much engineering goes into these things, man. Great. We're blocking him. Go figure. Excuse me. It's all yours, AI. Go for it. I'll give you all the room in the world. And all he does is pull forward, back up a little bit, and keep going. Do I plant any grapes on Farm Simulator? We did in the last one when we were doing our playthrough on our Broke to Billionaires series in Farm Sim 22. We ended up doing a little vineyard, and I doubt that I get into that in this particular playthrough. But yeah, we've done it. The payout for the grapes just isn't worth the work. Like, I don't mind doing a lot of work for trees and stuff because they pay really well. But some things don't pay as well, and you still got to do a lot of work. Yeah, no problem. But yeah, there's a couple of different things. You can do grapes, you can do olives. Those are your two orchards or vineyards, whatever you want to call them. And then you also have the rice fields you can do now. Our particular property isn't well suited to rice, but yeah, you can set up like full-on rice paddies now, which I think is pretty cool. Complete with pumps to flood and everything else. Like it's actually really cool. I want to get into that at some point, but I don't have the property up here to do like a rice paddy. Like we're on the hills. Like if we had a little bit more flat land, we might be able to do it. But literally, all of our fields are just like, other than the one that I chose to use for the trees. The one that I chose for the trees would probably make a perfect little rice field. But yeah. Gotta work a pole just to get money to play ships. Ouch. Oh, let's just think of all the exercise you're getting. But it is funny because people will post, like we were talking about the whole Reddit post thing. Like people will post things about me, and then everybody will jump on and say some of the worst shit that you've ever seen anybody say about somebody. Talk about how I'm just the worst person on the planet, right? And they'll jump on, they'll call me all these names, they'll say all this stuff, which is more toxic than anything I've ever said to anybody online. And yet they get away with it. They're allowed to say the stuff. They don't ever get banned from the forum. They don't get like repercussions. They just jump in, they say what they want, they get away with it. Is the AI farmers a lot better? Absolutely. I mean, everything you've seen in here today has been AI. Like, you have the ability to do the GPS now in console, and GPS also allows the AI to completely do the field. They still got to work on the efficiency of the AI, but it's a heck of a lot better than it was. And now they're not like missing giant spots all over the fields. You can just set them in a field, set up the GPS for the AI, and be done. You don't have to go too crazy. What up, Real Hunter? Good to see you. Josh Robo, good to see you. Appreciate you guys dropping in. Moore created the first combine in 1835, and it was a horse mule drawn. Nice. And as far as it being a pitfall of being like a public figure, like I guess, but that doesn't excuse like everybody being the way that they are. Like yes, I know that I'm a polarizing figure. I know that people are going to say things. I get that. But it is funny the two-sided nature of everybody, right? Like they call me the most toxic person on the planet. Right? According to them, I am the most toxic person that exists. All right? There are way more toxic people out there than just me. And it is shown as soon as you mention my name in any sort of post, whether it's Facebook, Reddit, doesn't matter. As soon as I am brought up, the entire, like, closet full of gremlins that everybody seems to hold on to decides to jump in and be like, oh, no, I was waiting for somebody to say something about Spartan because Spartan's this, Spartan's that. It's like, dude, like, and you guys call me toxic. I'm the toxic one. I got people that are still fucking pissed off at me about something that happened 4 years ago. They hold on to that shit. They hold on to it. It's crazy. Alright, let's get this thing turned up. Get back up to the front. Like, I know that I can be an asshole at times, but again, there's nothing malicious behind it. It is simply entertaining, right? Like, people love to hear me get angry. That's what it is. That if it wasn't a thing, if people didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't keep doing it. It really is that simple. There's nothing more to it than that. But everybody seems to like jump on the bandwagon of I'm just a terrible person. It's like, man, if you guys met me outside of World of Warships Legends, if you guys met me in the real world, if you met me anywhere else, just look at any of my other games that I play that don't trigger the competitiveness of me. And I'm like the most chill person, easiest going person you'll ever meet in your life. I gotta do everything that I can to help everybody. Like, I got nothing, you know, I like the least toxic person in the world. But put me in a competitive environment, I do get salty. I get angry. That's what people pay to see. That's why people enjoy that. It's relatable. They feel what it's like. They know what it's like to be jumping in, getting on a team full of absolute goobers that can't do anything, carrying their butt off only to watch the game end in a complete blowout because your team can't do anything at all. Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that irks me, I guess. It ain't even about them getting better at the games. Like, it's just, again, you got to fill time while you're streaming, right? Like, the whole purpose of the entire thing is about trying to, like, fill time, talk, entertain people. I think I do pretty well most of the time. But there's only so much you can take from all the potatoes without getting frustrated. That's another thing, Mohammed. Like that's what we've been talking about this whole time is the guy making a Reddit post. This is literally one of the most prolific stream snipers I've had that has followed my channel for years solely to try to get into every single stream that I do to try to make me as miserable as possible. Making a freaking post about how his quote-unquote friend receiving messages from my viewers. Even though I've always tried to discourage anybody from ever going outside and sending messages to anybody. Worked with some very famous artists over the years. I'd tell most of them are nothing like you. Or like you see on TV or stage. Exactly. Like, that's the thing. Like, you put on a persona. My persona isn't really so much a persona, because it's just me. But it's me under a competitive light, right? Like, I'm very competitive. You put me in sports, you put me in, you know, a competitive online multiplayer game, like, I'm competitive. I just am. Go to the gym with me and try, you know, if we're trying to outlift one another or whatever the game may be, I will try to win. That's me, right? Like, I don't understand the concept of playing to lose. I don't like that. I will always play to win. All right, so let's jump in the tractor and get ready because he's going to be turning around and we'll have to empty him out. And then hopefully it'll be able to finish the rest of the field without having to be emptied. Hopefully. Yeah, I heard the Chikhlov is a little bit cracked, but I haven't had a chance to test it. I'm terrible with CVs anyway, so I doubt that I'll be able to do anything with it, but I'll give it a shot. Have I watched Greyhound? I have not. I have not. Heard it's a good movie, but I've never seen it. I don't really get into a lot of those style of, I guess it'd be a drama. I know it's like a historical movie, but still, like it's just not for me. I don't watch many movies anyway. I spend most of my time watching YouTube. I've got a handful of creators that I watch all the time. I feel like they also changed the way that you can like go use your throttle in this. I feel like they've changed it to where you can actually have the partial throttle work a lot better. Because I don't have to set my cruise control and I can keep myself where I need to be. So, second time that man has turned left and hit me. Come on now. You know where I'm at? I believe it's a CVT. I think this tractor has a CVT in it. I know it's showing that it's on 17 gear, or the 17th gear at the moment. Now it's on 18. Could be wrong, though. I mean, we could check real quick. I guess it is a power shift. Never mind. Never mind. Greyhound, this is Grey Wolf, and Wolfpack is hungry. Ow! Doop 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 doop. Now, I know we get less yield off of the field, but the soybeans are worth a lot more. So it should check out that we end up making more money with soybeans than we do with canola. Hopefully. That's the gamble anyway. Well, I hear the train a-comin', it's rollin' round a bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rollin' on down to San Antone. I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Do 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 ba do do ba do 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 ba do ba do 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 ba do do ba do 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 ba do ba do 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 ba do ba do ba do ba do. Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a-moving, and that's what tortures me. But if they free me from this prison, if that railroad train is mine, I bet I move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. What would happen if someone made a new battleship with the blueprints of the Vermont? It would be terrible. It would get yeeted at the first opportunity. There's no shot for any contemporary battleship to be able to stand toe-to-toe against modern weapons. All right, we're done. Woohoo! Soybeans are looking good too. We'll get them harvested in October. Up here and dump the rest of this in the bag or in the trailer. Do 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 do. I don't think there's enough sea whiz in the world to protect a battleship from modern weapons, man. Fold her up. There's a reason we went to smaller, more agile ships with VLS systems and all of the electronic countermeasures and everything. They're a lot harder to hit. All right, let's take this over, dump it in the silo, and then we'll see how much canola we ended up with. Place your bets, folks. I didn't actually look to see how much we had to begin with, but this is a pretty good chunk. We got 19,932 liters off of just this field alone. Last year we had about 31,000 liters, I believe, for both fields. So if we get more than that this year, then that would be awesome. There's no reason to have battleship guns at all. Battleships are too expensive, too big, too slow, too easy to get rid of. So they're not coming back. All right. We'll just park this right here because we'll be using it to transport. Ah, I lied. I will be using it to take the soybeans. I forgot about that. We'll be harvesting soybeans in a couple of months. So we'll need it over here. All right. All right, here we go. How many liters do we have? 31,191. So it was basically exactly the same as last year. Good to know. All right. I'm assuming we're going to need some wood, so we probably ought to pull that tree over here. Double check real quick. Yep. Gonna need some wood. Kinda figured. Pull over here. Should be able to... Now the problem is, I don't know if I can grab this, because I think it said it was 7 tons. Which is a shame, because, yeah, it's 7.4 tons. So I'm actually gonna have to cut this a little bit. Because we can only pull 6.6 tons with that winch. There's 2.7. This should be 5 or 4.8. Okay, perfect. Where you at, tractor? Grab that. Pull her in nice and tight. We'll drag her into the machine. Look out now, Daisy. Coming through. Boop. Alright, that gives us just under 5,000 liters. So let's go get the rest of that tree. But if it free me from this prison, if that railroad train is mine. I like some Johnny Cash, man. Any other Johnny Cash fans out there? You're coming with me, tree. Whether you like it or not. I'm surprised it didn't get stuck on that freaking bush. Yep. Spoke too soon. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Can't see anything. Look out, Daisy! You goofy dog. How are you always in the way? Alright, what does that give us? 12,200 liters. Perfect. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Alright, let's put our winch over here next to the silos. Shut the tractor off. And that is the end of July. And that is also the 3-hour mark of the stream. So I think we're going to go ahead and call it here. We did a 2.5-hour stream this morning and a 3-hour stream today. So that's 5.5 hours total. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, Vulgar, I agree. Aiden, good to see you. Tyler, appreciate you guys dropping in. Welcome, everybody. Sorry I'm ending the stream, but I appreciate everybody hanging out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next